Well, it's currently snowing. It's times like these that makes me appreciate that I have this little trailer instead of living out of my van in Phoenix right now. Hello friends, family, total strangers. Today's video is going to be about the travel trailer I'm in, which is the housing, the employee housing for the ranch that I'm living at. They have this travel trailer for me to live in. And I am hooked up to water and sewer and electric, so it's not an off-grid. It's not an off-grid setup. So, but yeah, that's this is before I get into talking about what I think about trailer life. I'm going to give you a tour of the little trailer. So here we go. So let's begin the tour of my camper trailer. I believe it is a 24-footer Coachman Spirit of America. And let's take a look inside. I don't really know the size. I'm guessing 24 feet because it says 24 TBQ there, but I don't really know what that means. So it has the standard dinette, which converts over into a bed, which I have no reason that I could ever imagine using that. Here's the kitchen with the 3-burner gas stove and sink. And I did buy a little George Foreman grill at a thrift store for $4 to have an electric quick cooking option for grilled cheeses and things like that. Here's the bathroom with a little RV toilet and the little shower here. The shower always runs out of hot water pretty much right before I finish, no matter how fast I go. But that being said, it is definitely better than showering with the Aquabot. This, I guess, is the guest bedroom. It's this weird little nook. It's like single size bunk beds is what it used to be, but then it looks like they ripped out the top bunk and just turned it into a single, but yeah, that's pretty funny. And obviously I just use it for storing things. I guess I could have lived in here to kind of replicate my van life, but I sleep out in the living room. So there's my bed right there, which is not the original bed that came in the trailer. It is like an IKEA futon, and I have it down in bed form right now. And yeah, it's been comfortable enough. So this trailer has obviously been altered a little bit from the original make, but yeah. And I did buy a little electric heater, which I use just kind of heat this area right here mostly. And I use that so I don't use up all my gas. But it's been too cold the last few days it hasn't quite been pulling it off, so I've been using the main gas heat. So yeah, that's the trailer. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it's like living in the trailer here, and kind of compared to van life. Let's start with the number one positive thing is having heat. It's been really cold the last week. It's been really cold, and it would have been miserable in my van. And I could have driven down in elevation, and I'm not that high. I'm only, I think it's about 2,000 feet here. I could have driven down and maybe got about 5 degrees warmer, but 5 degrees warmer still would have been freaking cold. So I really appreciate having heat, having electricity, and but even if it was off grid, these trailers are set up to run heat off of propane. So I'm running my propane heat right now. And yeah, I really appreciate having heat. And I could technically heat my van, but it's such a small space that, you'd just be in a little box with a heat. What good does that do? So yeah, I do like having the heated space. Really awesome. Um, Overall, I like the trailer. It's fine, but it really has driven home to me what a great decision I made getting a van instead of like an RV or travel trailer, because I really have found myself slipping back into my old bad habits, which is, lounging on the couch after work, tired and just throwing a frozen pizza in the oven. And yeah, when I live in my van, I'm kind of forced outside of that. And I'm forced outside because I can't really live in there. I can't even sit up on my bed, which I was actually bummed about when I first did it, because I had to do that because of my refrigerator, to have my bed frame tall enough to deal with my refrigerator converting in a double bed. But that's ended up being the best feature of the van, is that I can't sit up in it, and it forces me outside, and I spend all my time outside, and I get out and do things so much more. And I'm just one of those people, like a Toby at rest tends to stay at rest, and a Toby inside in his dark little room on the couch is, I'm not that happy that way, but that's just what I gravitate to. So that is definitely one of the disadvantages of the trailer. You know, trailer living is, yeah, it's a whole different ball game. It's it's like a smaller version of an apartment or house that you've had, only crappier and cheaper. It's got these cheap panels, and it's just crappier. The advantage of it over that is that you can park it anywhere, so you can constantly move, you can constantly see things when you go out. But for me, I think all said and done, if I was going to do something like this, I would rather do like a custom built schoolie or something, where it actually is made with good materials. And the trailers are known, pretty much every trailer and every RV at some point in its life is going to have a, a roof leaking issue, which that is a huge advantage of vans. They have a solid metal roof, and they might have a seal around the vent or whatever, but vans pretty much don't leak. And trailers often have leaking issues. They have mildew and molding issues. I haven't noticed any molding or mildew problems in here, but yeah, that's yeah, that's that. So overall, I'm glad I have this as housing. It's been really nice for, you know first of all, I'm not in a dorm room. I'm not in a dorm room in a bunk bed with another person. So that's actually really nice that I have this trailer instead. Um, but I do prefer, the van for life in general, because it just forces me more into the life that I want to be leading. But this really is a great fit for a lot of people. The people who want to have a hot shower and really care about, being able to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night without having to dig a hole or go in a bucket or something. Like, there are a lot of advantages of having a trailer or an RV. It's, you have all of those old, or most of those conveniences that you had in your old life, but you're mobile with it and you can go anywhere. So I can definitely see the appeal for some people, but it's just not for me long term. But it is nice to have it here for the winter, and for these cold snaps like the one we're going through right now. I'm sorry this video is a little bit lame. I don't have any cool hiking footage or anything. My weekend, I just spent it with Jax and Jax's mom before they went back to Santa Fe, and I didn't take any footage. But and the weather was miserable, so we went out for a short hike, but I didn't take any footage, and yeah, it was miserable. I mean, it was fun. It was fun, but it was a short hike. Yeah, it was just too cold and snowy to really do a real long hike, so no footage. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. So lame. Lame video, but I plan on going somewhere cool this weekend, and I'll have some hiking footage and cool things, and I'll have another subject. So that's pretty much my video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and I promise most videos will be better than this one. Thanks for watching.